All right, welcome to the Explainer. Today, we are finally building the playbook to beat that one player. You know the one that drives you absolutely crazy with just pure, relentless power. Yep, we're talking about the banger.
Look, if you've ever said that, or even just felt it deep down after a tough match, then you are in the perfect place right now. Because today, we are going to change that whole dynamic on the court for good.
Okay, so let's just dive right in. First things first, we've got to define our opponent. See, the term banger gets thrown around a lot, maybe a little too loosely. So it's super important we know exactly who we're talking about here. So here's the key distinction, and this is really important. A true banger isn't just a smart player who uses power well. No. They're a player who only has power. That's their entire toolkit. If that one plan fails, well, they just don't have another one.
Okay, this next part might be a little tough to hear, but stick with me, because it's also incredibly empowering. The reality is, if you're losing to a banger, it's not because their strategy is good. It's because you're letting them get away with it. And that means the solution isn't on their side of the net. It's all in your hands.
All right, so let's talk about the biggest myth out there for beating these players. And I'm willing to bet it's the exact strategy you're probably using right now. And here's the crazy part. It's the very thing that's helping them win. And what's so wild about this is how it totally flips conventional wisdom on its head. You know, all that common advice you hear, slow them down, reset the ball into the kitchen. Well, it's not just that it doesn't work, it's actually counterproductive. You're basically rewarding them for making a bad decision. I mean, think about it, right? Every single time you gently drop their hard hit out of position shot right back into the kitchen, you're giving them a free pass. You're essentially giving them a green light, telling them, hey, that risky shot, it worked. Go ahead and do it again. So, if resetting is the problem, what's the solution? Well, it's pretty simple. We're going to stop letting them off the hook. It's time to make them pay. And this is where our new playbook comes in. We've got a 3-tool arsenal, a simple strategy designed to completely dismantle a banger's game. It's punish it, leave it, and don't give it. Let's break each one down. All right, tool number 1, punish their shots. This is all about the art of the counterattack. It's a total mindset shift, really. We're going from defensive and passive to offensive and assertive. Seriously, a banger's absolute worst nightmare is seeing their big shot rocketed right back at them with authority. Just imagine their face. They're expecting this weak defensive reset, and instead, bam, you send a powerful, confident counter right back at them. That is what breaks their confidence. So how do you do it? Well, it's about body language just as much as technique. You've got to hold your ground. Don't flinch, don't fall backwards. Stay relaxed, keep your swing compact, or even just use a block and send that ball back with confidence. The goal is to look like you're not scared or passive, like you expected it all along. Maybe you even kind of enjoyed it. Okay, on to tool number 2. And this one might be my favorite. It's let it fly. This is all about winning points by doing absolutely nothing. Now, it takes a ton of discipline, but trust me, the payoff is huge. You want to know the second worst thing a banger can see? It's watching their big shot sail long, time after time. This is where their lack of control just becomes so obvious. See, a banger lives and dies by that power. And when that power starts betraying them over and over, it forces them to question their only strategy. It is psychologically devastating for them. But the secret here isn't just reacting after they hit it. It's about reading the whole situation before they even swing. You need a little pre-shot checklist in your head. Is their body momentum moving forward? Is their backswing huge? Is the ball high? Are they deep in the court? And hey, what's their history? Do they miss long a lot? When you start processing these clues, you'll develop this amazing instinct for when that ball's going out.
And finally, that brings us to tool number 3, deny them power. This is the proactive part of the playbook, where we stop giving them the shots they want in the first place. We're basically taking away the fuel for their fire before they can even get started. So, what is a banger's favorite meal? Well, there are 2 big ones. First, those dead shots. You know, the high arcing dinks that just kind of sit up and beg to be crushed. And second, any ball they can take out of the air that's above their knee. For them, that's like a perfectly placed tee in baseball. It's just too easy. So your mission, should you choose to accept it, is simple, but it does require focus. The banger's goal is to get any aerial above the knee. Your goal is to make them hit everything below the knee. They want a loopy shot that sits up,
Nope, you're going to keep your shots flat and driving. You're forcing them to hit difficult balls from really low positions.
And here's why that works so well. If they can't get the shots they love, they are literally forced to play a game they don't know how to play. You make them hit these awkward half volleys and low balls, and that just tanks their success rate. And suddenly, you're in complete control of the rally.
Look, it all boils down to this. Their plan A is their only plan. When they don't have a plan B, it's going to get a little dicey for them. So you're not just, surviving their attack. You are actively taking apart their entire game plan. Once you take away that power, you reveal that, well, there's nothing else there.
So the main takeaway here is that you now have the playbook to turn their greatest strength into their biggest weakness. You're in control now. You have a proactive strategy that goes way beyond just playing defense. You're not just reacting anymore. You are dictating the terms of the fight.
So, the next time you step on the court and you face a banger, the question is, will you keep feeding the beast or will you make them pay? The choice is all yours.